I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're diving into the witty and relatable world of Body Count by Linda Wong. This engaging novel follows two close friends as they navigate the ups and downs of dating, romance, and finding that perfect partner. Through heartbreaks, humorous missteps, and the creation of their own dating site, their unwavering friendship shines as the ultimate support system. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Sweet Spire Literature Management for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing books. The links are below this
Thank
interview.
you.
Linda, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. This is a wonderful opportunity and a nice chance to get to know you a little bit more.
Great to meet you as well. Glad to get to know you and loved your books. Let's talk first today about Body Count, which is pretty funny in and of itself because there's a little double entendre there. People talk about body count as in how many partners they've had in life. So I was like, body count. And then I read it and I'm like, okay, that's what it's about. So it's really, really good. What was the inspiration behind it? Why did you decide to write this?
Well, I've enjoyed the process of writing for quite some time. I started years ago with writing college textbooks. I was a college teacher and was asked to write textbooks. So I did that, excuse me, and found I really loved the process. And then I started writing children's books, and that was delightful. And then I thought the next thing, let's try novels. So I don't know, I've been single for many years, and a lot of single women have similar experiences
Yeah,
with dating
absolutely.
and trying to find partners and all the things that happen. And so I just decided to just start a book and see where it went. And it just kind of evolved with these two wonderful friends that just were supportive of each other through everything that they went through. Many of the experiences, oh, excuse me, this is not not good timing.
Oh, no.
Many of the experiences are ones that I have had, but I need to clarify everything in that book. I have not had the experiences doing. So,
Okay, so
you
this is
know,
not a true
when you
story.
read
The
some of
names
them, you
have
go,
not been
oh,
changed to protect the innocent. So,
right,
yeah,
that
this
kind
is
of
not a
thing.
memoir, it's a novel.
Right.
Yeah, which is great,
Just
which
to
is great.
clarify.
Exactly, exactly. This movie, I think, this book, I think would be like such a great movie. It's almost like a rom-com ready for the making. You've got the buddies of the girlfriends, you've got all their dating partners and their concoction of their own dating app. I think it would be a cool film. What do you think?
I think it would too. I really think so because you know, we love to watch people's adventures that aren't all dismal. There are good things that happen and there are funny things and there are things that are relatable. And I think it's just a nice kind of reflection of what single women go through nowadays. And the women in the first book are younger. They're, college age, and then they grow up as the books progress. But it's kind of common themes that single people deal with, and I think a lot of people relate to it. That's the feedback I've had from my friends. They go, "Wow, that's really true," and the insights how to handle some of them and not be devastated or get so pessimistic that you don't want to look any further. So it's kind of common themes, and I think that's what people relate to.
Absolutely. I know my son and his friends are all about 30 and they get so tired of the dating apps after a while, swiping right and swiping left and people not looking like their pictures and, people who ghost them after a conversation or two. So these are common themes and I think you've struck upon them. What's not common is the fact that these two girls created their own dating website. That's a little bit different. Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that part of the story.
Well, they decided to try something else because they had gone to so many different dating websites, restaurants, bars, grills, and just not finding much. They thought, well, let's kind of get in control of this. And so they created their own website. And it started off where they got, some interesting people that they met and some of the men, but it still didn't bring them, you know, that right partner.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
That ever elusive perfect partner. You wonder
Yeah,
if he or she
right.
is out there, right? Yeah, without a
Are they
doubt.
there? That's right.
Who knows, right? Yeah.
That's so
Amazing,
true.
amazing. So it's been a fun book to write. Did you do any research? Did you play on the dating website yourself a little bit?
No, no, just kind of,
No.
it's really funny when I started writing. I find writing, I'd mentioned this earlier, just in some questionnaires with you, that I find writing to be this magical process. I just, I can't explain it. Now, this is my process. When I start writing, I don't know where it's going to end up. I just go and the ideas connect and I just keep writing. And sometimes I'll finish a section. I'll go, wow, that's really good. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
So I just kind of like to have things based somewhat on reality. I'm not doing real erotic stuff. That's not me. And I'm not doing things that are, unrealistic. It's just kind of reflecting things that I know from myself and my friends and um, just kind of trying to explore it in a friendly way. I had fun kind of creating some of the names of the restaurants and bars. These are not real places. Like
Right.
there's Sleepy Joe's Bar and the Water Street Bar and Wild Rockers and
Mhm.
the Veggie Loft. None of those exist, but they were kind of fun to create. And
They sound like they're real. That's the important part, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wonderful,
I did
wonderful.
kind of look up some of them to make sure they didn't exist, and I'm not reflecting some place that's out there that, doesn't fit the theme of the book. But
Yep.
no, they're just all original places. Maybe someone will like a veggie loft and decide to create a
Maybe it'll
restaurant
be a
there.
chain restaurant. You become a millionaire. Veggie
Oh, yeah,
lofts will
right.
spring up all over the country. That'd be great.
You
Tell us a
use
little
my
bit
name.
about Tell us a little bit about the two young ladies in the book and their dynamics of the friendship and their differences when it comes to dating.
Okay, Remy is very outgoing, very vivacious. She's a columnist for a newspaper. So she
Hmm.
has lots of experiences meeting a lot of people. She's very easy and comfortable in social situations. Amber was a little bit different. Amber was a college teacher, kind of
Hmm.
reflecting me, and so a little bit more conservative. Um, Willing to date, but not as risk taking as Remy. And the two of them just created a friendship over the years that they found that they enjoyed doing things together. They liked kind of the contrast, the difference between the two, but they had enough that was a common bond between them that they would, they did some double dating. They tried that to see how it would work. And they just found enough in common that even though they came from kind of different backgrounds, had different careers going, they still found connections and enjoyed spending their time together.
Oh. This book is part of a series. We follow these girls through two different stages of life.
We don't follow all of them because there are
Okay.
some people that have some things that happen to them. So I don't want to give it all away, but at
Right.
the end of the first book, there's kind of a tragedy that happens, and
Hmm.
so the characters change a little bit. The second book, which is
The second book is Body Count.
body, yes. The second book is What's Your Number. The
Okay.
first book is Body Count. The second book is What's Your Number. And in this one, Remy, the columnist, continues on, and some new characters come in. Craig, a bartender
Mhm.
who is going through his own relationship issues as a male, comes into the scene. And then some other people are brought in to kind of discuss their situations and add a little bit more dynamic to the. I want you to know my phone would ring right now.
That's okay.
A
We
little bit
can't
more.
hear it. Don't worry about it. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Um, it almost seems like a modern version of Sex in the City in a way. Was that ever like a reference for you at all, or did you think about that at all?
It wasn't a reference, but now that you mention it, it is very much like that.
Right.
Because Sex and the City is based on the same thing, friends exploring relationships and creating strong bonds and working their way through life situations. So, yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Except
no, it was
it's
not patterned after that.
yeah.
I just, like I said, I didn't start out with even a pattern. I didn't know where it was going to go. It just kind
Exactly.
of like unfolded.
Well, that's the
So
beauty of writing. You write these characters, you write these scenes, you get lost in these characters' heads, and the next thing you know, it's just kind of coming to you, and you're putting it on the page, and it really is a time of inspiration, which I think is so enjoyable about being a writer. It sounds like you've had a pretty extensive writing career. Tell us a little bit
that's
about,
really true.
yeah, tell us a little bit about your writing journey.
Well, I used to teach at a community college in Eugene, Oregon, and I was using some textbooks that I just didn't find were most appropriate for the students I was working with. I was working with college students that were kind of at risk, um, not totally prepared for college, students with learning disabilities that weren't being met with services. So I told this publisher after I was reviewing all these textbooks, I said, you're still not really getting it for people who are have different learning styles. And so they said, well, why don't you just write the book for us? I said, well, all right. So I wrote Essential Study Skills. And that was like 2 decades ago. It's still in publication. It's in its 8th edition,
Oh,
and it's still doing really well being used on college campuses. So that's when I really got excited. I said, you know what? Really enjoy um, I really enjoy the writing process. And I was teaching writing courses. So it's something that, I really believed in. And I think I kind of had just a built in structure of things in my mind because I didn't find the need to write from an outline or to have a real plan. I just trust the process and it would unfold, and then I'd kind of find a good place for it to stop. And after I did the first book, then I said, you know what, I could continue the story some more and add some additional characters. So by the time I got to the third book, it's called Still Counting Bodies. it's in the it's in the final stage of being reviewed with the publisher. But that one, 5 close friends are bonded together, and their names are the Fierce Five. And the Fierce Five, each one now, I've got a lot of different directions to branch out because each of the 5 has their storylines going. So it's kind of a fun adventure to see how they all come together. And again, it's the underlying theme is the value of supporting good friends. That no
absolutely.
matter what they go through, yeah, they're
Exactly.
there for
Guys
each
and
other.
girls come and go, but friends are forever. That's
Yep,
what you
friends
got to
are
remember.
forever. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
Wonderful.
really good lesson. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Well,
it was fun, and I don't know if there'll be a fourth book or not. I keep thinking, oh, do I want to go there again, or am I happy with the way it ended on the one Still Counting Bodies? So that's where I went with the novels. With the children's book, um, I used to teach also elementary school. And so I just really love the notion of kids learning and enjoying reading early ages. It makes such an impact if they start their little lives just being curious about books and reading and learning facts and information. So Amazing Animals A to Z is in a book called Tell Me More. It's tell me more about these different animals. And I have a lady named Tina Sturgis who lives here in Las Vegas. Well, used to live in Las Vegas. She's in Utah now. She did the illustrations, and they're just beautiful.
wow.
And it's just really nice to read about interesting, kind of unusual facts about 26 animals. And then there's a comprehension question that the adult who's reading with the child can ask them so they can kind of engage in some discussion. And it's just really a delightful book. I really love it, and I'm very proud of that. And then the other children's book that I wrote is called I Can Read. And that one is just a very basic, phonetically controlled vocabulary so students can sound out the words, and they have comprehension questions, and they can color the pictures. And it's just kind of a fun thing that I'm trying. And that one's just a new one that will be out soon. So it's just a fun process. I find it's a wonderful way to spend my time, and I just kind of get consumed by it. And I can hours and hours can go by, and I get up and go, oh my gosh, look what time it is.
Exactly,
But it's
exactly.
just something that I enjoy. Yeah,
Yep,
just
and I
something
think your
that
readers enjoy it as well. This book is completely enjoyable, completely entertaining. It is
thank
called Body
you.
Count. Oh, my pleasure. It's an engaging novel that follows two close friends as they navigate the ups and downs of dating, romance, and finding that perfect partner. It's a terrific read. It's a wonderful romp. Hollywood, you should turn this into a film. It's terrific, or a TV series if you're listening. Linda, thank you so much for joining me here today on
Well, thank
Spotlight.
you. Thank you. My pleasure. I enjoyed it. You're an
I enjoyed
excellent interviewer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed speaking with you as well. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.